Thank you for watching my video. So I'm Daitakashi, so I'm a Kyudo teacher. So I have explained the Kyudo to the foreigner, so how to use the body, how to make a posture about pulling. So today, I will explain original Yugawara method. Original Yugawara method. So there's no teaching in Japan, there is no teaching in general. So I often read the old Kyudo book. And translated and explained so how to use the body by using the old Kyudo book like this old Kyudo book. Today, so I will explain the original method, and this method is different from the general Yugawara teaching. Okay, so first, I explain good method to make a good posture about a Yugawara. So normally, Kyudo teaching, normally the left arm structure, the left arm form is circle. But so, I explain the different answer, and different method, like this. Please check a right drawing. Let's use two methods. So this is the old Kyudo form, old Kyudo Yugawara form. So I translate. I investigated and translated by old Kyudo book. So first, stretch your left arm form like this. Stretch left arm form. Two, stretch the L form. Like this. 1, 2. It is good method. So in the beginner, let's get used to the Kyudo movement. Let's get used to Kyudo movement like this. So you can feel that you can get used to a variety of movement. For example, so moving your right arm outwards in uchiyokoshi, and so pulling the ball and moving both your hand backward like this and releasing. So then the difficult movement is Daisan. The difficult movement is to move your left arm outward like this. This movement is difficult for beginner because so it's difficult for beginner to move your left arm naturally like this. If you use a normal Yugawara form like this, so you will move your left arm, you will turn your left arm outward like this. As a result, your left wrist turn outward too much, and you have a stress. Your hand have a stress by moving your left arm in Daisan like this. But first, let's use it. Straighten the left arm home like this. Left arm home and pull. Easy to move your right arm like this. Easy to move your left arm like this and pull. This movement is easier. So all the Kyudo practitioner explains that. All the Kyudo books explains in Shukube, in the Shukube sensei, Shukube teacher. So which teacher is called Shukube. So Shukube sensei so explains that there are variety of Yugawara form depending on the people. For example, it's a beginner don't have a strengthened left arm. If you get used to Kyudo movement like this, you can train the right arm. But in the beginner, so there is no time and no chance to train the right arm. As a result, in Daisan form, it's difficult for beginner. But this form, it is considerable. It is suitable form for beginner because this form make it easier to push your left arm. This form is easier for your left arm to push like this. Easy because so your left arm is already stretched and it can be faster to press the ball and you're moving bending your right wrist is decreasing by using this form like this. So your left wrist your left wrist moved outward when your left wrist moved outward, the movement is decreasing by using straightened right arm form like this. It's decreasing in movement. But if you use a circle form like this, bending the movement bent your right wrist is increasing. As a result, so it's easier. It can be easier to have a straight. It can be easier to put in your left hand pressure the more. As a result, it is inconsistent. It is not suitable for beginner to use a circle form. I recommend you to use straighten the left arm. 2. Stretching the arrow form like this. It's very good form. Check. Like this. So, do you know the art of the archery? The art of the archery is written by Eugen Helger. So Eugen Helger so practice the Kyudo by Eugen Helger have a skill by pulling the ball with Ara Kenzo's teachings. Ara Kenzo is a famous Kyudo practitioner in Japan. So then is Kaminaga-san, like this, Kaminaga-san. So the Ara Kenzo told Kaminaga-san to pull the ball in detail. He's a student in Ara Kenzo's Kyudo practitioner school. So Kaminaga-san explained the suitable Yugawara form like this. Please stretch your left and right elbow outward like this, like stretching the direction of the feet angle. So I explained before about a feet angle. So good feet angle is 90 degree. So let's check the video. If you understand the meaning and the reason why the feet angle is better. 19 degree of the feet angle is better than 60 degree. So let's check. So and your body like this. Please stretch your left and right elbow outward, like stretching the direction of the feet angle. Almost stretch left and right side like this. This form is very good form for Yugawara form because when you do that like this, but when you do that, your shoulder muscle is lowering the ball. As a result, when uchi-okoshi and daisan like this, so you can feel that it can be easier to move your left and right arm naturally like this. As a result, so your stress over your left arm, right arm when moving daisan, when moving your left arm is decreasing. Your left and right arm is move. So it's natural. It's natural like this. Natural movement over your right and left arm, naturally. So there's a no teaching in Japan. So in Japan, so the Kyudo teacher often explains the beginner to use a circle form about the Yugama because it is a simple teaching, and they look so beautiful. Like a circle is a simple and good form. But so we have to study a logically movement. So because of improving the skill of releasing and pulling. So although even the circle is beautiful, the circle is simple, but it's difficult for beginner to use a circle form at first. So the beginner don't get used to the movement like this. This movement is difficult for beginner to get used to the movement like this. First, let's try to use a stretching the right arm form or stretching the elbow form. If you practice more time, you can use the circle form too. The first, let's use stretching the right arm and stretch the elbow form. In the ceremony type of the Kyudo, when practicing the ceremony type of Kyudo, let's use the other side. First, I don't recommend you to use a circle form at first, because this form in the beginner so have a problem to move your right arm outward naturally. First, get used to movement of your right arm naturally straight. The more time, you can change you can change the form a little bit. You can change the form gradually, and you can use a variety of type of Yugama form, like this. Let's try. You can improve the skill of pulling and releasing by changing the Yugama form at first. The first form is important in Kyudo. Let's try. ありがとうございました。